Good afternoon. Welcome to our market update. We are going to be going through Santa Clara County and also the city of Sunnyvale. We're going to be looking at the median sales price, the days on market, the number of active and number of pending homes, and then we'll split it up into condos and townhouses versus single family houses. So if you haven't been following our market here in Silicon Valley, it's been extremely hot, especially the single family housing market. I'll also show some stats and you'll see that the condo market is not quite as hot as the single family market. So let's take a look here. We're going to first look at Santa Clara County, the whole county, and look at the median sales prices. Okay. Here we go. So take a look here. This is going back 3 years to 2022. And here's the chart. You can't see much because the y-axis is going to 0, but if we look at the data, you can actually see a bigger difference. So if we just go month over month, we can see from 1.8 in 2022, a lull of 1.475 million for single family houses in Santa Clara County to 2 million for this year. So quite a big increase from last year, 1.8 to 2 million for median sales price. So let's check out number of sales. So let's look at number of homes available for sale, so actives. All right, so we've seen a definite increase, right? If we're just looking at February here. So I like to look at month by month going back over the year. So seasonally we'll have more towards the summer. So just going back, we can see definite increase from last year, right? And then it was a little bit less last year than the year before, and it went up from 587 in 2022 to 719 down to 632, and now this year, 2025, we have 946. So definite increase in inventory. So now let's look at number of pendings. These are the houses that are selling. You can see we're pretty stable from last year. So 605 to 634 pendings. Huge increase in 2022, right? From 1174. So we can see the chart here, how that looks. And the real interesting number I want to look at, comparing the single families to the condos, townhouses, is the days on market. So how long it takes from when the house is put on the market to when an offer is accepted. So as you can see here, it's been single number of days, 8 days, which is extremely fast, right? So that means just over a week after the house is put on the market, the seller's already accepted an offer, right? And so let's look at how many months of inventory this is. So not too many months of inventory, right, for single families. And now after we run this, we can compare for the condo townhouse market, the difference. So just 2 months of inventory of single family houses in Santa Clara County. So we can go 1 month to 2 months, 1.4 to 2. So definitely higher than last year, right? And now let's see how this plays out for condos and townhouses. It's going to be a different story here. So we have 2.7, right? So a little bit higher, right? So higher than last year and the year before, right? So what that will equate to is things taking longer to sell. So it was up to 28 days. I am not sure where it's getting 8 days from February. I think it's much, in my opinion, looking at the market, it's much closer towards 28 days, right, for the days on market. for February. Okay, now let's look at the median sales price of condos and townhouses. So it definitely has an increase, less so than the single family, but right from 917 to 1.1 median sales price, right? So there's a definite appreciation, but as you can see, not as much appreciation as the single family. Let's see how many have been available for sale. So this is the real number to look at right here. So from 300 to 51 last year to 652, so almost double the number available for sale. Right, so it was in 317 in 2022, 288 in 2023, 351 in 2024, and now there's a big jump here in 2025. And let's see how many of these are actually selling. And so a little bit increase, right, but not equivalent number of pendings as how much the actives increased, right? So we went from 266 to 341, right? So now let's take a look at a specific city, right? So Sunnyvale, which is home to LinkedIn, right? In between Cupertino and Santa Clara lives Sunnyvale. So let's look at the median sales price of a single family house in Sunnyvale. So from 2 million, we're about 2.5 right now. Okay, so it's a nice increase, right? So it's 2.5 in 2022, 2 million in 2023, 2.275 in 2024, and back up to 2.5 in 2025, right? So quite an increase from $250,000 increase from last year. So if we look here at the number of homes sold in Sunnyvale, last year was a little bit less. Available was only 21, and now this year there's 45. So back up to what it was in 2023. And let's see how this equates to how many were actually sold. So similar number, so pretty stable number. And I think we'll see a quite low days on market. So yeah, 7 days, so super fast to sell. And not many months of inventory, as we'll see as well. So just 2 months of inventory here for Sunnyvale. Let's see how this plays out with condos and townhouses for Sunnyvale. So let's see the median sales price of condos and townhouses in Sunnyvale. So we've had a nice increase, right? 1.385 to down to 1.135, up to 1.35, and now up to $1.55 million for the median sales price for condos and townhouses in Sunnyvale. And let's see how long they are taking to sell. So they're moving quite fast, Sunnyvale, which is good to hear and see. And so 8 days of single, so moving quite quickly. And let's see how many months inventory. So a little bit higher, but not too much, right? And let's see how many has sold. So this is the number that's I would look at, right? So we doubled the number of available for sale. Right, went from 31 to 60. That's quite a drastic change. And here we have increased the number that were sold by 10, but not equivalent to the number that went on the market, right? So there went from up to 60, and there's an increase of 10 that sold, but there was an increase of 30 that were available for sale, right? So that was looking back at February for 2025 for Silicon Valley. So next time we will take a look at another month. Some interesting macro news that we've been seeing is that I think the current administration is really pushing to lower the 10-year treasury, which is what the benchmark rate is for 30-year mortgages. And so even though the Fed funds rate has gone down a few times last year and this year, the mortgage interest rates have not followed. And so I think the push from the administration is to try to lower borrowing costs for homeowners because affordability has drastically gone down as interest rates have come up. So I think they will try for it, but I don't have a crystal ball and we don't know what will happen with interest rates. But in terms of our local economy here in Silicon Valley, I think that housing market is still quite strong. So hope you have a nice day and see you next time.